Today I'm going to reveal something that most men completely miss. There are 3 clear, unmistakable signs that a woman wants intimacy with you, 3 signals that are happening right in front of your face, and if you don't recognize them, you'll walk past the moment when she's actually opening the door. But here's what's crucial: stay with me until the 3rd sign, because that's the one almost nobody recognizes. That's the signal that happens under the radar, yet it's the most powerful of them all. Before we dive in, I need to tell you something important. If you've missed moments like this in the past, and most men have, it wasn't because you're not good enough, it wasn't because you lack charm or confidence, it was because nobody ever taught you the language of female desire. And that language is completely different from the male one. See, when a man feels desire, he acts directly, he pursues, he makes it known. When a woman feels desire, she tests, she creates context, she opens doors, but she rarely walks through them alone. She waits to see if you'll walk through with her. And if you understand these 3 signs, you'll never miss those moments again. Sign number 1, she starts touching you without any real need. Now, I know what you're thinking, Tony, she's just a touchy person, she's just friendly, but hear me out, this goes way beyond the casual, friendly touch. You have to pay close attention to the quality of the touch. She doesn't need to brush her arm to tell a story, she doesn't need to give you a light nudge to laugh at a joke, but she does it anyway, she does it on purpose, often without even realizing it consciously. Neuroscience calls this initiation contact. When a woman's desire is activated, her nervous system literally seeks to confirm the physical presence of the object of her desire. Touch is her body's way of saying, I want to close the distance between us, I want to know if you are real, and I want you to know that I am here. In practice, you will notice it like this: she touches you, and she doesn't pull her hand away immediately, she lets the contact last a second longer than it needs to. That extra second is everything, it is her body speaking before her voice does. Think about the last time a woman touched your shoulder. Did her fingers linger? Did she lean into you slightly while laughing? Did she adjust your collar, brush a piece of lint off your jacket, or touch your hand while making a point? These are not utilitarian actions, they are bridges. She is building a physical bridge between her world and yours. If this content is already making sense to you, hit that like button right now. It helps me keep bringing this knowledge to you for free, and it tells the algorithm that men need to hear this. Sign number 2, the quality of her gaze changes. Everyone has heard of looking with interest, it's in every movie, every song, but very few men actually know what to look for in real life. When a woman feels genuine desire, her pupils dilate slightly. This is completely involuntary. It is the autonomic nervous system's response to arousal. She cannot control it, no matter how hard she tries. But beyond the pupils, she starts maintaining eye contact for much longer than what is socially neutral. Normally, we hold eye contact for about 3 to 5 seconds before it starts to feel intense. When a woman wants you, she pushes past that boundary. She holds your gaze until the air gets thick. And here's the real kicker: when she finally looks away, she looks down, not to the side, down. This downward glance is a micro-expression of submission and receptivity that has been studied by nonverbal behavior psychologists for decades. She didn't learn to do this in a classroom, it just happens. It is a primal signal saying, I am safe with you, I am opening up to you. You'll notice this pattern repeating. She looks at you, holds your gaze, smiles slightly, glances down, and then looks back up at you. It's almost as if she's saying, I see you and I like what I see. Most men miss this because they are too busy looking at their phones, worrying about what to say next, or trying to act cool. But the man who holds her gaze, stays calm, and offers a slight, knowing smile back, that man becomes irresistible to her, because he understood her language without her having to say a single word. And now, for sign number 3, the one very few men actually notice, the one that separates the guys who get lucky from the guys who truly understand women. Sign number 3, she starts creating privacy where there wasn't any. Let me explain exactly what this looks like in practice. You are in a social setting, there are other people around, friends, co-workers, strangers at a bar, the environment is public, and suddenly, she finds a way to isolate your conversation. She suggests grabbing a drink together at the bar while the rest of the group stays at the table. She calls you over to a quiet corner to show you something on her phone. She lowers her voice as if she's about to tell you a deep, dark secret. She turns her body away from the crowd and positions herself so that her back is to the room, facing only you. This is no accident, it is pure, calculated intention. The psychology of desire shows us that before a woman opens up physically or emotionally, she needs to create a field of spatial and emotional safety. She cannot be vulnerable in a crowd. She needs a bubble, and by pulling you into that bubble, she is testing to see if you will enter it with her. She is testing to see if you understand the invitation. Because here is the beautiful truth: if you understand her invitation, and you respond with presence and confidence, without getting nervous, without looking around, without asking why are we over here, the next step happens naturally. She feels seen, she feels safe, and she feels desired by a man who actually gets it. Most men blow this moment. They get pulled into the corner and they panic. They think, oh no, what do I say now? They get rigid, they get awkward, and what happens? She feels that awkwardness, and the bubble pops. The window of opportunity closes. When she creates that privacy, she is handing you the key. All you have to do is step into it with a calm, grounded energy. Maintain that eye contact from sign number 2. Let her feel that you are completely comfortable in the intimate space she just created. That alone will set you apart from 99% of the men she has ever met. So now you know the 3 signs, but knowing them is only half the battle. You also need to know how to respond. The most important thing to understand is this: when a woman shows these signs, she's testing your awareness. She's checking. Do you notice? Are you present? Are you emotionally intelligent enough to understand what I'm communicating? So when you see the first sign, the intentional touch, recognize it. Don't treat it as casual. Respond to it with warmth. Touch her back. Match her energy. Show her you noticed and you appreciate it. When you see the second sign, the gaze changing, that soft, lingering eye contact, meet it, hold her gaze, soften your expression, let your eyes communicate that you see her too. When you see the third sign, her creating private space, step into it with her. Don't hesitate, don't be awkward about it, just naturally follow her lead, be present with her, show her that you understand what she's creating and that you're willing to be there. The key with all of this is presence and recognition. She doesn't need you to be perfect. She needs you to be aware. She needs you to see what she's communicating and respond with understanding. When you do that, something happens. She feels seen, she feels safe, and her desire deepens because she's realized you understand her language. Here's the thing you need to remember moving forward. You didn't miss those moments in the past because you weren't good enough. You missed them because you didn't know the language, but now you do. The next time a woman touches you with intention, holds your gaze with warmth, or creates a private space for you, you'll recognize it, and you'll respond with clarity that most men will never have. That's a real advantage. Use it well. If this resonated with you, hit that like button. It helps this message reach more men who need it, and subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson. Because there's more coming, and it's going to change how you understand women completely.